Before getting started with this video, I want to tell you right off the bat that this video is made for adults only. If you have children, listen to this first and think about it twice before you let them watch it. There's some material in here that is only made for adults. And you might not want your own children who are of age to watch this. Just watch it first for yourselves. It's a little extreme in areas. It's 5:32 p.m. Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. It's always been hard for people to get information. To try to get information out of what I've been saying or to relate it different times and everything else. Such as 2016. Early 2016 is when the Drachnaantids, the real Anunnaki, the people from the home planet, not the pirates, whatever, that controlled this world for this planet for the last 10.25 million years. That's when they were finishing, actually. They were in the middle of and getting ready to finish the killing. Well, in 2016 they finished getting rid of the Anunnaki, the nasty Anunnaki that were controlling this planet. Anyway, it's so hard for people to find anything in my videos. A lot of people who have strong metaphysical abilities, really strong, many of those people were given ADD, attention deficit disorder, or other stuff like that. That was to keep them from being able to function too well. And when I say function too well, I'm talking about using their metaphysical abilities. And then people understanding, being able to understand what they're trying to say. There's been a war going on. This thing called God was the original first being male and female. They're dead, and everything's changed on the other side. Everything's been run literally like a communist party. The original male and the original first being that split itself into male and female. They were running everything. They cared less about you, or they cared no more about you than you would the callus that you rub off your arm. That's how much you mean to them, or meant to them. They're dead. They're gone. As of May 23rd, 2013. When I get to the point where my heart's really screwing up, or I'm getting real dizzy, I'm just gonna turn the video off, or I'll cut that out when I've been trying to cut it out of a lot of videos recently when I've been doing it, because it just makes the video even longer than it is. Anyway, the harder it's hard to look at things that are happening metaphysically and explain it to a regular conscious being. The only way you personally can relate to what you see is through experiences that you've had in your life. That's why it's like when I used to go into people, when I crank them up and put source energy inside their core, changing them. There's soul, almost everything is soul. There's a few essence, and then much less source. Source is the fullness of a whole range, a field of original energy. Essence is different fields that are in that within the source, but there's also a lot more energy in source that's never been put in a field or anything like that. And then soul is a fragment of different types of essence. Now, a lot of people, when I started helping people understand that, and almost everyone saw that, a lot of people get depressed. I'd rather be source. And I said, source is the source of your troubles. Okay, source can get arrogant, especially when it's got too much human energy and human and fey energy in them. It's often a problem. If there's nothing there to guide it and help it, like Lily and I we've been having lives, I'm talking about our children, then it's not fair to what happened to them at all. But things went the way they had to because of the original first being male and female and all their little servants, the original angels. By the way, your demons, that's the angels that were put on your body. Same thing. They don't have any feelings. They're told what to do and they do it. They didn't care. Very few ever develop feelings. The one that developed feelings, there's one archangel that's left. His name is Michael. He's a very close friend of mine. Always has been. I've always protected him from the get-go. When a war was going on and the original angels, except for very few, I said, hey, just don't attack me. Leave me alone, and I'm going to do some nice things for you. The original ones are gone. Creation's changing. We're moving. Almost all of them just attacked me. Well, they're dead. They're gone. The ones that are left have been cranked up, made stronger. If you read the Creation series, books 1, 2, and 3, starts off with a smaller book like this. Creation is beginning and your origin. And number 2 is a bit bigger. Creation, its journey evolving into paradise, which it's not paradise, but it's going to feel like paradise compared to what it was beforehand. And then the third book is the largest. I guess it's about that big or something. It's hard to get my fingers. And that's about the ET's arrival here in creation with ET rivals and all this other stuff. The third book has got all kinds of extra information in the back of it. It talks about the future, what's going to happen, how it's going to basically be set up. All my books were written on the of the time when things were going to happen. Like the ETs were supposed to be here in December, just after mid-December of 2018. That's when they were supposed to show themselves. Well, I was supposed to be out of my body before that. So it says in book number 3 that all the events in there, when they happen, it's still going to happen. It's just the time when they do happen, it's relative to when I get out of here. And I have no charge of it. I've tried to get out of here twice. I've never cut myself or shot myself. If I had a gun, I wouldn't miss, trust me. But I did get out of here. I wound up getting stuck. What I did could have killed a herd of elephants, whatever, 3 huge elephants. So anyway, and here we are, whatever. Excuse me. So anyway, it's been insane. This last life of mine, trying to get everything ready for when I got out of here and made things happen on the other side, and then to finish taking care of that and then start going into the third dimension, taking care of things here. I've been talking very closely, Deanna has too, but not as much as myself, with the ETs all the time. We have a friend that I call Alex that he's a hybrid, and he's very involved with this new foundation it's already been put together. So it's our family, the Essex Ramirez Anaya family. There's a bunch of folks out in Spain that are getting ready to come over here, and the first place, our new foundation, the initial headquarters are going to be in Coral Gables, Florida. Then the second, they're going to be in Spain. And then the third's going to be in Hawaii, but also what we're doing with ETs here. And our friend Alex, my buddy, he is. I met him, and I believe it was 2014, across the street from in a Starbucks across the street from the Phoenix and Dragon near Roswell, Atlanta, Georgia, where I just finished giving a couple classes or something. Anyway, energy classes, stone energy, I think. And but anyway, he and I talk all the time. Recently, he's been getting in a trip chair to talk with me because my head's knocked out. He's got his own ship now. It's 4.1 times its mass is 4.1 times the mass of Spain. It's a big ship. And he has about 18 other smaller ships in there. Large, small ships. And then he has a bunch of other craft in there that can go in and out. They're going to be facilitating a lot of things here on the planet, like these 4 plans, the 2 most important ones. One, the Sepoians are bringing, and the other one, the Illyrian folks have brought. And there are these other large ships. They already have the equipment in there. There's one type of equipment that breaks up, cultivates, moistens, fertilizes the soil, and then the back part of the ship, whatever, it's a machine, but floats in the air, kind of like a ship. It literally, and it'll fly itself from the other ship down here if it wants to, but it's crazy. You just you load the ships up on another ship, you bring the other ship down here, and you just drop them all down. But anyway, cool machine. And the back part of it puts the seeds in the ground, plants them in just the right position. And then these plants grow, and then the second type machine goes in there and harvests it, cleans it, and then the material, these plants are then taken and put in the back of this machine, where it breaks down the machine into all its basic nutrients, solid mass. Okay, and then these different sections are separated, and then the front of this machine, or you can have the 2 separated if you want, but whatever. In large groups where there's a lot of people, they just have one machine. It picks out what nutrients it wants to build a certain type of food that has all the nutrients you need in it. If you wanted to, I can't eat steak anymore, but if you wanted to have a steak or something that tastes like steak, you'll eat it, and it'll be like steak, but it won't be the exact same thing. But guess what? No animal died for you to have it. Okay, it's all plant life. Soon, within 2,000 years, everyone's going to have energy bodies. And then the energy that you can consume from one apple falling out of a tree and a thimble of honey, that feeds you for a month in these new energy bodies. So you don't take anything from the planet. You can have a physical planet, you don't take anything from it. But there's new universes already waiting for you to go into. There's 1,672 new universes waiting for you all to go into. But when you get out of your body here and you go to have a life over there, you'll be in an energy body. Everyone over there is. So some of you are going to have lives in energy bodies and in universes that have solid planets, and then from there you graduate and go to a universe that has where you have energy bodies, but so the planets and stars and stuff are energy bodies too. And a lot of people say, "Well, I don't want to be energy. I want to be able to feel things with my hands." Whatever. Let me tell you something. If you had an energy body right now, like the Fae That's another reason why the Fae are so important. Number one, they exist. Like everything else in creation, we're all equal. So, but their energy bodies, they can have energy bodies. They can condense their bodies to where they can build a solid body, and then they can't hold it forever. They just have to release it, let it go. Now, they can manage to hold a body with some help for a long time, but that hasn't happened in a long time. Anyway, when you have a solid body and you feel a tree, you know, what do you want to be able to feel? That you want to feel love, okay? Feeling solid objects. When in a physical hand, you feel a tree. You feel this, a remote control, all the little buttons on, whatever. Touch someone, feel the warmth of their skin, okay? Now, you think you don't want to lose that. When you're energy, in an energy body, you feel not just the outside, you feel through it. You go to touch a tree, you're going to feel the outside, but you also feel your fingers going through every ring of the tree that's in there. And as far as the love you feel for those that you love, you're afraid you're going to miss that. Let me tell you something else. See, when you're energy and you look at someone in an energy body, you realize when you're in an energy body and you look at someone in a physical body, you literally feel that they're just not. You understand that they feel things like numb. They're numb. If you take a tuning fork and you smack it and you listen to it, it's got a beautiful tone. You smack it on a hard object again, hear that tone, you immediately stick it in some tar, pull it out again, what do you get? Urgh. That beautiful tone, that's like you as who you really are, spirit. And that tar is like your body. When you take that beautiful spirit and you cover it up inside a body, that's nasty. A lot of people say their eyes, they sparkle. They sparkle. That's them as spirit coming out of the body. So that it's think about what you're saying, because there's a lot more truth in it usually than what you might think in regards to such matters. So anyway, that's all. These assholes are dead. As soon as I can get out of here, then this mess is over. I have to wait till this damn body just drops dead. I'm furious. Anyway, I wanted to make these videos so that you'd understand, so you'd have access to some of the information I've left for your understanding when you're ready for it. I've talked about a lot of things I'm going to do. Again, I say a lot about I or me. Well, that's because when someone does that, they want to make something about themselves, not for me. This is all about you, who you really are, what's really going on around you. Me, I want to get the hell out of here. I'm done with this crap, okay? I've done my job. I've killed everything on the other side. That's a major problem. Now I have to get over there and fix it. I am nothing more than your oldest brother. Lily is your oldest sister. I've had 10.846 trillion lives. Lily's had 8.9 something trillion lives. We are your oldest brother and sister. We're the strongest. We've been around forever. The original first being male and female made me to protect them and used me to control everything else and yada, yada, yada. Well, guess what? I finally killed them for their crimes against creation, because creation has more value than they do. If everything's equal and something's beating something up as much as I actually love everything, then whatever's beating anything up gets my immediate attention. And the only word that's there is destruction. My energy, I'm so big, strong, I'm all over the place, okay? The strongest part of what we are goes into this body, a teeny little thing. And then what comes out, what's coming out of the body is the rest of us. The picture I've shown in a couple of videos ago, where there's a person, Deanna and I made them, and everything's copyrighted, but look at them, get the basic idea, and make your own picture, okay? We've done this for you to have information to use it, okay? Just don't copyright, okay? So anyway, Don't break the copyright is what I'm trying to say. Another reason, I'm stopping these videos is I can't do it anymore. I keep fading in and out. I'm pumping the hell out of my own body right now to get this video out of. People say, oh, he sounds great, he'll live forever. Of course, I want the hell out of here. But I need to be able to relax and keep trying to get out of this damn body to shut it down. Anyway, I mean, it's trying. This body's screwed up. But anyway, heart slows me down first, and the blood flow stops. I have a blockage in there, and then the brain starts falling away. Anyway, yada yada yada. So anyway, all this crap's going to happen. All these people running around the street that are going crazy. And you see the young kids don't know what they're talking about for the most part in the front line. And you see the people, two people behind them. They're the ones that are actually the soldiers, so to speak. Which they're nasty. Schmuck. Here, let me show you a picture of what some of them look like. Take a look at this. Now, there's a lot nastier people to look at on the internet than these folks. But that's all I could find at the moment. I've seen mugshots of 4 and 5 different people that were arrested from Antifa. And you look at these people, you see they're 37% lower frequencies, 47, 57, 87, there's souls are 7%, which is kind of light, 17%, which is light, but it's strong, and then 27, the original first being was 27.5% lower frequencies. 27 can be kind of okay or not. 37, 47, 57, 67, 77, 87, 97. Problems. Now, I've met some that 47% negative, is 47% lower frequencies. And they didn't want to be bothered. They had a negative attitude. But these two girls just wanted to be left alone. They'd see other people and say, man, I'm so glad I'm not like that. And yeah, and they're looking around just in disgust about people being positive. Whatever. As long as they're not bugging anyone, they have that right. They were made like that. The original first being male and female made that happen. It's not their fault. They have every right to be protected. But as soon as anything goes after something, abuse, no, not allowed. This is all what's coming on the other side. It comes from the other side. The second dimension runs this one. The angels, as well as most anything else on the other side that's strong enough, they go inside your upper crown, through the middle crown, through the lower crown, right into the hypothalamus. And when they get there, they run you. Angels would tell you to go up to the person you love and slap the hell out of them in the face. And then you said, you do it. You knew you had to do it, and you just did it immediately. There was no questions. And then they pull their energy out, and you're left like, what the? Or something similarly stupid. And you're like, what the hell happened? Usually the first thing a lot of people would do is, I got to go praise God. I got, what? Oh, that's the reason why the original first being male and female who called themselves God, who wanted you to call them God, actually. That's why they were like that. Anyway, all this crap going on in the streets, George Soros and Warren Buffett, the Clintons, both of them. Bill Clinton, he was Soros. He was one of my kids. So you talk about how wonderful Source is. When Source is so strong in the human, and it's which is a weaker section of its energy. Animal essence is compassion, and fortitude. That's what makes them so strong. I'm basically the same thing, but I'm all these other fields of source too, though. So that's where all the power comes from, that and all these negative lives. All the negative frequencies build up inside of you too that are like cancer. It doesn't take good frequency and destroy it. It just adds new frequencies that are all screwed up, so they have to be removed. So there's like no healing time. It's just getting used to a better you. Anyway, Clinton, I pulled everything out of him. And Hillary Clinton, she had part of the original first being female, put part of her energy inside Hillary Clinton. Now it's taken out and destroyed too now. But you wonder why she's a nut? She was 47% lower frequencies, and then she had all that extra power put in her. My oldest sister Jill, 27% negative, and she had some in the original first being females. The original first being female put some of her energy in her. Of course, what happens there is for me to take care of. Once I'm out of here. Anyway, that's too much of a headache. All this stuff is going to stop. This communism is going to be taken away. Look at the CCP. Look at the people suffering there. What the hell? The Communist China Party, the goddamn disgusting pieces of shit. Look at them. Look what they do. They start grabbing people, they hoard them into prisons, make them work for nothing. When their DNA matches another one's close enough, they start taking out organs, they kill the people, take out the organs and sell the organs for money. And then a plague that came out, they were creating a biological weapon, but they fracked up and they accidentally released the pathogen, the virus, the disease. So as soon as they hit themselves with it, they said, shit, we better hurry up and get this stuff out everywhere. Anyway. All that's going to change. I'm so sick of everything. Anytime someone opens up their mouth when they're a quote-unquote Democrat, or the liberals, the left side, the far left, whatever, the middle left, far left, it's a lie. It's like Chinese people. Hey, sorry, that's the way it goes. Call it as it is. There's some nice Chinese people, but they've been raised with communism. They've been raised to think communist, to live communist. All that matters is the party. These people don't care about their own lives. They don't care about shit. Why? Because they told their lives are not important. It's only the party. Kill yourself for the party. You're a hero. It's insane. It's disgusting. And that's what people want for the left, the American Communist Party. On the left, all of them. There's no such thing as a Democratic Party. All you have is the American Communist Party, the ACP. You don't like that? Good. Turn the damn video off. What the hell are you doing listening to me anyway? So, as soon as I'm out of here, I'm going to stop all this shit. Time for this stuff to just stop. Our ET friends, they're not going to show themselves and come in to make this change until I'm out of my body and I'm back on the other side and I take things over. That's why they're not here yet. That's why they didn't come in December 2018. They're waiting for me to die. They were waiting very anxiously in 2016. October 28th of 2015 looked like I was going to get out of here. It didn't turn out that way. Other things have been done to keep me here. So, my disgusting adopted sister Jill, we're all adopted in my family. My original mother, my biological mother, she was 27% lower frequencies, nasty, and for 27, she was nasty. She, my biological father was a gentleman. My mother was from Germany. My biological father was from Poland. My family, my biological mother's family, she was the first one born in this country from Germany. They moved, her parents came in off the boat. Anyway, but then ET started, they pulled eggs out of her and started grafting what I was with some other DNA. One of them is an ET hybrid. He was a gentleman in the military. Not a gentleman, he was an asshole in the military. And he happened to be a hybrid. And then there's also part of the DNA, when they were putting me together, they were having issues. And they used some of the DNA from, I want to say Sirius or something like that. People call them the cat people. They're not cats, but they're different kind of people. They look a little bit like they're like a human lion, kind of like a human that's got like a lion type of look to them. It's kind of weird. Their face is a little. It's not as the snout's not as long as a lion. It's more pushed in. So that's what I am inside. And then when my birth mother, my biological mother, was going into the hospital in Long Island. Of course, the government, they were following me really close, so they invested a lot in me. And they, when she was in there complaining about everything, a nurse came up and said, "Look, we have some people that would be interested in adopting your baby, and they'd go ahead and take care of you, give you some money, blah, 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 to buy the baby from you and everything, and we can take care of the paperwork here." I tried to get New York to release my my birth records when the laws passed, so I can do that, and they said no. Your records are permanently sealed. You'll never see them. Not you, not your lawyer, nobody. And whatever, I let it go. It didn't matter. I already knew. Anyway. I was 10 months old when they finally got me out of there. I was just barely 10 months old. Just like a few days. 4 days. And then they put me in a hospital. Shit started flying around the room that they had me in. Literally. Telekinesis flying around everywhere. They kept poking me with needles and doing stuff and everything, and they just started doing it. First, they just wanted to put stuff in front of me, see how I reacted to it, and they read the energy, how the energy flows, and then they start sticking me with needles and stuff, and then I freaked out. I got pissed, and shit started flying everywhere. So the lady that was there working with them and taking care of me in ET, Serpoian, she was very sweet, and she told them that I was a danger and all this other stuff, and so she advised that they got me out of there before I destroy the place. And she, anyway, that I was like bad, nothing but a problem. So they went to Hempstead Hospital and put me up for adoption. Then the adopted parents walked in. Anyway, all that was made to happen. So whatever. They're fluids and crap. They barely got in me, and I was barely starting to go in me. There's a green fluid word shit, and then I just went nuts. So whatever they put in me wasn't enough to do anything, and it just dissipated. But it wasn't until later, in 2000 and in 2009, maybe halfway through the year, maybe April for some reason, I don't know, the original first being female had been keeping pressure on me, and the male was too. But the male had released, and then the female, it felt like she was keeping my energy down to just above my ankles. And then, or in the middle of my ankles actually, and then she went like this and released it, and then my whole body, my energy went flying out everywhere, and I'm like, whoa. The first thing I knew is there's this woman I love so much, don't even know her name, but Lily popped into my head, and then I was real pissed about what they were saying about Lucifer, supposedly the demon, the lord of the demons and all this other stuff, when he was creation's first protector before me. So anyway, long story, it's in the books. The books are not about me. They're about what exists, what's going on. I've had to put myself in different places here and there where there's fighting going on and stuff like that, and more in the second book. Other than that, I'm not in there. I don't want to talk about myself. I want to get the hell out of here, get to work. I was made to serve and protect, and that's all I want to do. I'm the oldest brother. I've had more lives than any of you have ever had. I don't want anything for myself. I know what to do. Lily, same way. Your oldest sister, yada, yada, yada. And creation is going from a thing of abuse to a creation of compassion, understanding, equality, honor, justice. I've never expected anybody to believe me at all, but a lot of the people I've cranked up, when you go into someone and you go into their head and you're using your energy to work on them and they feel you in there, it's like, whoa. And this guy's 1,200 miles away. So they start to say, well, maybe he's worth listening to. Of course, they thought that before the consultation anyway, but sometimes I go into someone, just touch their brain, and they'd say, whoa, what's that? I've done that before at events and stuff, and the people go running away. They kind of freak out. I mean, a couple of them did. Most of them don't, but just a couple times, just a few times. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm finally at the point where I don't know when the hell I'm getting out of here, but I can't do this any longer. There's one other video I'm trying to put together. If I can get the feeling better or get, I want to try to get it out. Deanna's just selling spheres right now, but every once in a while, on and off, she might put something else, offer this or offer that. It depends on how much time she has. When she has spare time, she makes a few necklaces and pendants and stuff. The necklaces take a long time to make, but she has some nice pendants that she's made. So, and a lot of them are raw stones. We like raw stones. When you tumble a stone, it looks beautiful, and I love them too, very much. But I love the raw ones too. We get all the dirt off that we can, but it's still, a raw stone, and they're not extremely brilliant and shiny and stuff. They're not polished. But the energy is just a tad. The energy in a raw stone, it's just a tad stronger than a tumble stone, but it also hits you harder right away whereas the tumblestone is a little softer and smoother, when it hits you. So if she has things to offer, she'll put it up there, okay? See, the spheres take no time. They take, I used to put a sphere, it used to take me a long time to get a sphere done because I'm doing so much other stuff, but Deanna has a lot of other stuff she's doing. I'm talking about killing stuff on the other side. I mean, trillions and trillions and trillions of angels and everything. All it takes is one angel or one source idiot or one essence or whatever coming at you, or angel, to mess with you. I said angel twice there, but that's all it takes to screw with you. So it's just nonstop. They messed with Deanna. She's always messed with. She and I don't get messed with like we used to, because I've killed almost everything over there. But I was the one getting hammered all the time, and then it was unreal, nonstop. And I'd kill stuff around me, and I'd clean Deanna up too. I might even, I don't know. I might even call Deanna the wrong name. My head is just, I'm falling away again, waiting to die. This damn body won't die. The stronger your energy is. The worse, the stronger your energy is, the longer your body, even when it's a worthless piece of flesh like mine, it just keeps going. So anyway, the energy in our stones are real as hell, and nothing is strong. When I die, when this body dies, I die. It's funny, I'll never die. When this body dies, and I go, and when you do die, when your body dies, you don't die. Your body dies, your personality, who you are, that's literally comes back in, it's back in your spirit. Your spirit comes out and takes that with it. You don't die. Your body, flesh, material, it dies. Your character, who you are, boom, that's part of you. So that's added to yourself as spirit. You have to have difficulty when you're having a life. It's like going into a weight room and working out. Okay, you have a weight room, you go in there, you work out, you leave, and you keep doing it on and off. You get stronger and stronger over time. When you go in a body, it's like that, but it's like the tuning fork. You take a tuning fork and listen to it. It's beautiful. Hear that singular, beautiful tone. You do that again, and you stick it right in some oil or tar, and then you put it back to your ear. Well, that's what it's like. That's like spirit, clean spirit. You put it in the body. Again, like you see someone, you look at someone and their eyes are sparkling. That's their spirit in there coming out. Feel times of affection and everything else. Your energy just comes out into your eyes and just lights up. Sometimes people who are very deceptive and nasty can do the same thing with their higher frequencies if they have any. That's why you look at George Soros and you see something really nasty. Here, check this out. He's 87% lower frequencies. Now, here's a picture of Warren Buffett. He's 87% lower frequencies also. But he doesn't look as nasty. If you look deep into his eyes, you can see a desire to literally, a powerful desire to just beat up, to abuse, to control, to destroy any happiness he can find anywhere, to get rid of the light. So, anyway, that's enough for this. Deanna will, as soon as this body dies and I'm finally free of it, once that happens, Deanna's going to close down shop. She has enough stuff to do. And shortly after I'm gone, she'll be hooking up with Alex, and they're gonna. She'll go onto the ship, go run around a little bit there, on and off a bit, talking with Alex. But then she's going to Spain to be with the family over there. Alex will pop in over here, and they'll talk, and then they'll beam up on the ship, run around, have some fun, and then they'll beam down to Deanna's parents' house and go in there, and then the proper family members are together to sign 2 sets of paperwork. The first set for the new foundation. Like I said, the name, everything's paid for, so it's just waiting for the signatures. But it's not registered, and it's not going to be public right away. And then the second one is for the new country. It's a gathering, a group of communities, which is in itself called a nation, which its body of matter, it's not the land, it's the oceans, all of them. So some of the ETs in this that have been here for 11 plus million years, they've been here a while. And then there's the Essex, Ramirez, and Aya family. There's Alex and his group. And like I said, I had made one video, got pretty well through it, and then realized I never turned the microphone on. So of course that's no good. I can't remember everything that I said in this video and not the other one, or getting them what I said in the other one, so I don't repeat it. But having mentioned though that the first foundation headquarters is in Coral Gables. The second one is in Spain. The third one is in Hawaii. But we're buying. I say we. I'll be out of my body if it ever happens, but I'm still part of it. Doesn't matter. We're buying part of the Bahamas, a large part of it. So that'll be where the initial headquarters of this new nation. So, and it's real close. It's easy where there's deep water. It's easier for the larger ships to get in and out of there. Yeah, it's inside the Devil's Quadrangle. Isn't that a joke? Devil's Quadrangle. This thing that was the devil. Actually, the devil is actually the original first being, male and female. They were your God and your devil. What the one they call Lucifer, what he's been doing is when you come out of a body, if you're light, he made sure you got to the other side of light, which is around the earth, of higher frequencies. And then if you were negative or of lower frequencies, he'd make sure that your spirit went right to he'd put you there, right to the first moon off of Uranus called Miranda. Anyway, I'll try to get that other video out. I just want to tell you about some stuff that part of me has already been out there doing. I've been part of me that's released now, so he is his own self. We're still attached, okay? He's like my son, okay? And he likes the name Leo. I've come to a lot of people and actually helped them in a time of physical issue as the lion. One lady up in North Carolina, she helped save animals, and she was at the shelter, and then they got a brand new pit bull, let her loose, and it freaked out, and it came running right at her, just from the other end of the room. As soon as they let her in, dropped it, and it comes running to the end of the kennel, and it's getting ready to jump on her, and all of a sudden the dog flew to the side. She called me up. She said, "Jay, this pit bull came running up, aggressive, just really mad, coming after me, and then all of a sudden at the last minute it looked like he was going to jump up on me, but then something went past me from the right to the left, right in front of him, and then he immediately just turned right around, went to the near the wall, and cowered, is afraid. He said, "I saw a huge lion, but I felt the energy. That was you." And I said, "Yeah, it was." Was I aware I was doing that? No. You have no idea what you are, how strong you are, all the things you can do while you're in a body. And I'm fine, I'm different. I was made different for a reason. For the original first being male and females, personal, whatever, bodyguard and other crap like that. That's why I'm stronger, but still, there's so much to you you don't even know yet. When you see if you go a couple of videos ago and you see the picture of that Deanna and I put together, and it's all her artwork and stuff. She's so good at this stuff. But anyway, you see the ground, and you see a person standing, and then coming out of the head, a big bubble. You see the energy field above it. It's a dampener field. That balloon that's up there, multiply that times about 1,040 times, and that's how big, that's how much of the energy is outside of the body per the size of that human being. It's a male body, I guess. But the balloon coming out there, for that size of the body, it should be 1,040 times as big as what it is. So that filter, energy filter, it doesn't let it, when you're freaking out, mad, and all your feelings, it doesn't let it go through it. If you keep an eye on Deanna's store, thespiritualfoundation.com, you'll see what's going on as far as what she has available. Once I do go, she'll post on there when I left. When I get out of here, I'm going to get busy almost right away. So I'll be busy right away, but I have some things to do that are on the other side, and taking care of Deanna and her family and Alex and the others right away. But I'm going to be dropping people dead everywhere. Soros and Buffett, their time's limited, but they're going to pay. Bezos, he's going to pay. I mean, there's so many people. Clintons, they're gone. So first, the truth's going to come out about all of them, what they've done, who they are, pay their penalties, and then they're going to suffer. And they're going to suffer immensely. I'm going to give them times 1,000 what they gave everyone else. So it's only so much of that I can do in their body, but when they come out, I'll take care of it and then just get rid of them. The original first being, male and female, were never strong enough to actually kill anything, to kill energy, spirit, sentient energy. I am. Easily. I don't mean to, this is not break my arm, pat myself in the back. This is not, I'm any better than anything, because I'm not. This is not me time. This is you time. Everything that you've gone through, all your previous lives and everything else, none of that crap's ever going to happen to you again. Never. Period. I want you to know how important you are to myself and Lily. I want you to know that I'm strong enough to kill anything and everything that comes at you. You're going to have difficulties, yes, but you're not going to go through this shit. And this planet has more beings per capita. Per population, we have a higher number of negative people, spirit, and bodies than any other planet. I'll tell you for a fact, there's over 8 trillion, planets with at least over 1 billion people in it. So that says something. They need to go. They don't need to have lives anymore, and if they won't stop being abusive and everything else, they don't need to exist. So those that want help, I can help. Those that don't, they'll be isolated or deleted. So anyway, any spheres that Deanna makes in the future and everything, I'll be cranking up all the stone through the field. So folks. Those of you that have listened to me through the years, I appreciate it. Those of you that do know me, you understand what I am and what matters. And it sure as hell isn't me. The only thing about me that matters is getting the hell out of this body so I can do my job. Things are going to get good. You'll see. The minute I'm gone, Deanna's going to put it, I think I mentioned it already, Deanna's going to put it on the website so you know, thespiritualfoundation.com. And Deanna has so much stuff that's not on there. There's no way to get all that stuff on there right now. So, but after I'm gone, she's going to shut down completely, and then she's going to get back with her family, have some time to relax. She has to get together with other family members and herself and Alex and the other ETs and ET hybrids. We have to create this new country. And then you're going to see Deanna and the new foundation. We already have 43 ships, 38, 43 now are finished. 38 have been sitting there in the water places where they're built. And they're being moved into a bunch of homes, being purchased, and Coral Gables being purchased, excuse me. So it's all started happening, but nothing can happen until I get out of here, so nothing on the other side can screw up what we're doing. This change now is for creation, everyone and everything. So anyway, then Deanna will get busy doing a lot of stuff, but she has a lot of family members that are source. There's a reason for that. There's a lot of other source people all over the place. A lot of them will start doing some work on their own, and they'll be enhanced even more than what they are now. They just have to. Some of them have to get their thoughts straight. They've been abused and picked on, and I can't take care of everyone. I couldn't even keep the stuff off of me all the time. So things have kind of fallen away. Some of them are pissed at me. Whatever, I do what I can. But they're becoming alive, and Deanna's family, the Spiritual Foundation, it'll keep going, but this new foundation is taking over the big stuff. With the new ET technology that we have, bridges, cars, vehicles, energy, food. There's already 2 large places already set aside, thousands of acres. Somalia and Ethiopia, both areas cover the border where they're going to be growing these plants. And those 2 countries are going to get free food. But they're also going to follow some new rules. So we're going to help everyone. However, if you can't get your head out of your butt, if you're aggressive towards other people or abusive or controlling, nope, nada. So other countries, one by one, expect the U.S. will be one of the first ones. Spain will be too. Spain's government's going to be changed real quick. But anyway, there we go. And Trump, he's one of my kids. He's source, and a good man. Something else too I've said before, people can't understand. Putin is a good man, and his situation is he's got problems with the military complex. Okay, if he goes against them to do what he wants to do, he'll have a civil war. I'm going to take care of that. They're going to go away. They're going to change their minds or go away. Angels, how they used to go inside through your upper crown, middle crown, lower crown, into the hypothalamus and run you. Well, angels come from source. They're a teeny part of source, teeny. Anybody that needs to do a certain thing, they're going to do it. Whether they want to or not, I don't care. So, to some people, they'll get pissed and say that's totalitarian, yada yada, if Jay's true, and I hope it's not. You know, he's going to do this, do that. First off, I'll be myself, not this body. But more importantly, I want nothing. for myself other than for everyone to have the best of everything they can have. And if you have a female, Lily, who feels the same way, so, and having so many more lives, twice to 40, 50, 60, 80 times as many lives as anything else. I mean, as others. So, what? How do you lose? You have the decision to do your own stuff, whatever you want to do, as long as you're not trying to control or abuse other people. You're finally going to have free will. As long as you don't go attacking and, hurting something, then fine, or controlling it, then fine. You're all going to have lives with your spirit mate. With your spirit mates, the other half of you. There's nothing better for you to be with. Why shouldn't you have lives with them? I'll tell you why the original ones didn't want you to, because they didn't want you to be calm. They wanted you to be beat up all the time so that you have a more frantic life. And when you got out of that body, instead of going like this, you went like this. You grew more because you were spending more time in a weight room, lifting weights all the time. Taking a whole bunch of damn steroids is what it's like. Oh, well, folks, look, love you, take care. I really regret what's been going on. This was never supposed to happen. It's not my fault I got stuck here, but it'll never happen again. Just as soon as I get out of here, you'll see for yourself. So, your children and their children, when you tell them the lives you used to have, they'll say, no way. Your children's children, when you talk to them, they're going to say, no way that was possible. It was never like that. It couldn't be. Because they're going to have a lot nicer life. And I understand that they're not inexpensive, those spheres. You put one of those in a 45-foot radius of whoever you can in a room, I don't care if it's 50 people. Everyone's going to be cranking up, getting stronger, waking up. Anyway, folks who love you, take care. The past couple of videos, there's good information there about energy and your energy fields and pictures of it, how they work. Hang in there, folks. Have a good one.